Hello everyone, Nils here and welcome back to the channel. So today I decided to play Squid Game as I've seen it raising popularity lately and a lot of people are playing it. So I decided to jump on it as well and see how it is. And we're playing the actual Squid Game right now as he has the highest amount of players at the moment. It ranges around to 25 to 30k players. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so we start here over at the resting area where all of the players' beds are located, and you just walk around, you will see there is a timer on the top of the wall. When the timer hits zero, obviously the games begin, so in order to participate you have to enter this sort of bubble inside the tunnel right before the door. Alright, so we have arrived over at our first game, which is red light, green light. As you can see, we're a giant like a cornfield or whatever. Looks like it's corn. And okay, we got a message apparently. Welcome to the Squid Game. This is the first of many games. Red light, green light. Get to the other side and you will be safe. Smiley face. So for those of you that may not know the game, so how the game works is with that big doll that's on the other side, when she's facing to the other side you can walk freely. And when she turns out, you have to stop and you have to like stand still. If not, kind of die. So it's a pretty straightforward challenge. As you can see, we have also a push button here on one. So I guess you can like push players to sabotage them and kill them. So once you get over the red line, you have successfully defeated the challenge and you're safe. Now we just have to wait until the rest of them get through or they die. Timer is very loose, like there's 80 seconds left. I think the cornfield is just way too small for this timer. You can go AFK and you can come back. Well, that is it's quite a low blow. The guy just walked back in since he had already won. He's safe and he pushed the other guy and he died, but yeah. It's a game of survival, so to be like that sometimes. Next up we have the sugar honeycomb challenge. It says cut the cookie by following the lines. And if the cookie breaks, you will be eliminated. So in the actual film, you chose a line in one of the 4 doors and you chose your shape, but here you just randomly give it a shape. And you have to cut around it, you have to cut the shape. Luckily we get triangle here, which is, I think it's probably the easiest one. It's pretty straightforward. Like a star or umbrella is much harder to cut through, I think. There's already 3 dead people, unfortunately. I think it's quite the easy challenge. But yeah, if you get those 2 shapes, it's definitely more challenging to do. Once you manage to defeat that challenge as well, you're gonna come back to your resting area, but it's more so a challenge itself to survive the night. So the lights are gonna go out down and basically all hell will break loose, everyone's gonna start fighting each other. I think in my opinion this was probably the hardest challenge of the game in the actual film. I'm not entirely sure though, but yeah, it was definitely bloody and messy. So in this particular case, you're gonna given a baseball bat here, and you can like slap people around, and the lights will go out soon, as you can see. Initially, I decided to just like stay here and just defend myself and like not really touch people. But yeah, after a while, I just decided to start smacking people myself, and it's honestly fun. It was pretty fun. So this guy didn't want to leave, so I just like kept smacking him. After that, he saw that he was gonna die. He just started running. So I chased a little bit after him. Honestly, I have no idea where he went because I couldn't find him anymore. Looks like he disappeared. So I just found this guy and I ended up smacking him instead. That guy was quite mad at me, as you can see here, but yeah, it's kind of understandable. I literally just killed him. So off to the next game, we have tug of war. We're split into two teams and we're basically trying to pull the rope to our side and throw them off the platform, and that's how you win here. You have the huge button here in the middle that says click to pull. So we just have to literally smash the button, click, 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 and we drop them all down and we win. So we have made it over to our fifth game, where you have this bridge covered up with glass panels. So the catch here is that one of the glasses is the actual glass that you can step on, and the other one is like fake and it's gonna break and you're gonna fall over to your death. I tried to see if there is a tell between the glasses. Maybe one was more thick than the other one, or they just like shine different, but couldn't really come up with anything. So I tried to chase myself by walking over on this steel line in the middle. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned, so I just fell over to my death as well, and that was pretty much it. Like, this challenge involves a lot of RNG pretty much, and yeah, you just need a lot of people to get here, so you have enough people to jump before you try to get across. So this was pretty fun, so I decided to hop over on a different Squid Game. Well, this one has apparently daily giveaway where you get a crate or something. And this one seems to be like a little bit worse in terms of graphics, but it was definitely my favorite Squid Game that I tried to play. So you have here a whole bunch of leaderboards, and here you have your boosts apparently. If you click over to your outfit, you can apparently change your outfit. You can buy clothes from the vendor. I think that like the clothes are just located inside of the crates here that you can buy. You either spend Robux or dollars on them. So going over to the boost here, you can get a sprint and a jump boost. So this game already we know that has a sprint button on shift. The previous game did not have that. So once we step inside the circle, we're gonna be registered. We got number 29 for this one, and soon enough the game is gonna begin. So starting off again, the same first game as usual. In comparison to the previous game, this field is much larger, as to what I've said earlier. Thought it was too small, and the timer is set to 5 minutes, just like it was in the actual game. But on this game you can actually sprint, so it's honestly not that hard to cross to the other side. Once again, we're over the line and we're safe. However, the only bad thing that I saw regarding this game was that when everybody was finished, the game did not actually end, just like the last one did. But instead you had to wait the full 5 minutes until you can teleport over to the next area, which was kinda not so good. So this was actually my favorite part of the game. Every time you're teleported back into the intermission room where all the beds and the stuff are, there's classical music playing all over, which was also in the film, and I found that a really cool touch. Once again in this game, the shape that you got on the second challenge was pretty much random. However, I think it was designed to be a little bit harder than on the other game. So you just have to drag over the green square onto the other ones in order to kinda draw or cut out the shape, whatever you want to call it. And once more to the middle, and that's it. Now you won, so we just spectate from up here, everyone else. So the lights will go out here, and once again we need to survive the night. You can punch up everyone else around you. And it's basically a game of cat and mouse, people are just chasing each other and fighting. So this tag of war is a lot cooler than the previous one, as you actually have to do two things at a time. You cannot just mindlessly click on the button. The button moves all the time and you have to click it, which I think is really cool. So after a while we actually managed to get them down. So next up we have marbles, and this was also very nicely designed in my opinion. So you have to play the traditional marbles game that most of them played in the film. You have to guess if they have an even or odd number of marbles selected, and you also have to put a wager. I was kind of lucky here and I actually won 3 times in a row and I got through to the next round. So we are here to the last challenge with the glass bridge again. This bridge was much bigger than the previous one, which is actually surprising because there's really not a lot of people surviving all the way to the end on this game. So you have to pick a number and there will be a random number given from the game, and the furthest you are from the number you kinda have to go first. That's how they made it on this one, which is pretty nice as opposed to the other one that they didn't have anything similar and people just randomly started jumping. But yeah, I think this is the problem with Squid Games on Roblox. They would either have to increase the number of players on the server to 100 or something, so at least a whole bunch of people come here, because you see with 2 people now there's no way that somebody can guess 18 tiles in a row, right, with 50% chances. All in all, I had a lot of fun with the game. I actually had fun, and I think if you play the game with friends it's even better and you're gonna have a lot of laughs. So here I tried to tell the glasses apart, but couldn't really understand anything. For a while I thought I could understand the thickness of the glass here, Like I thought this was thinner than the previous one, so I just decided to jump here. And I actually got the first one right, but I tried to do the same thing on the second one, and apparently it was just a lack of a draw, you know, so I just fell to my death. So that was pretty much it. It's definitely a pretty fun game, guys, but yeah, as I said, I think like having 30, 40, 50 people on every server is just too little, as like you have always 10 to 50 people die on the first round, and yeah, people just keep on like massively dying. So even when you get to the latest rounds, it's just not fun. Like you can't finish the game because there's like no people at all. Anyway guys, that was pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing the game, and I think if you actually play the game with friends, it's gonna be even better to play. So I would appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button, as it will help me out a lot, and click that notification bell to not miss the next upload. And until the next one, take care.